Jack Anderson stares at his reflection in his office bathroom mirror, adjusting his blue silk tie. At 31, he's the youngest CEO in New York's tech industry, and he knows it. Running his fingers through his dark hair, he practices the same confident smile that's landed him on the cover of Forbes twice this year. "Mr. Anderson, the board members are waiting," says Sarah, his assistant of 5 years, through the door. "5 minutes," Jack calls back, straightening his shoulders. His watch shows 8:55 a.m., he's never late, but he's never early either. Power moves, his father taught him, are all about timing. The massive corner office on the 40th floor of Anderson Technologies has been his home more than his actual penthouse. Today's another big day, acquisition talks with their biggest competitor yet. Jack grabs his tablet, scanning the numbers one last time. "Record profits for the 4th straight quarter," he announces to the boardroom. 10 faces look back at him, most old enough to be his father. "Our security software is now protecting 8 of the top 10 banks in the country." Mike Turner, one of the board members, clears his throat. "The numbers are impressive, Jack. But the layoffs in the IT department are necessary," Jack cuts in smoothly. "You can't stop progress, Mike. Those jobs are obsolete. Our AI does the work of 50 people at 1/10 of the cost. That's just business." After the meeting, Jack loosens his tie, enjoying the view of Central Park from his office. His phone buzzes. Probably his mom about Sunday dinner, another weekly tradition he'll have to skip. The phone buzzes again. Unknown number. Jack Anderson speaking. A young boy's voice comes through, uncertain. Are you my dad?" Jack almost laughs. Must be a wrong number. But something in that small voice makes his hand freeze. "Who is this?" "I'm Lucas Carter. My brother Alex is here too. We're twins." The voice breaks a little. "Our mom, she died last week. She left us a letter. It says you're our father." Jack's phone slips from his hand onto his desk. 9-year-old twins? His mind races back through the years, trying to remember. Through the speaker, he can hear the boys breathing, waiting for an answer that could change all their lives forever. The New York traffic honks 40 stories below, but up here in his perfectly controlled world, Jack Anderson feels the ground crumbling beneath his feet. Jack's hands shake as he picks up his phone. "Lucas, where are you calling from?" "We're at our Aunt Emma's house in Brooklyn," Lucas replies. A different voice cuts in, same pitch but more confident. "Mom made us promise to call you after the funeral." Jack sinks into his leather chair. Brooklyn. His mind flashes back to a small coffee shop there 9 years and 7 months ago. Rachel Carter. The aspiring artist with the infectious laugh who'd spent that whole summer telling him he worked too hard. "Your mother? Her name was Rachel?" "Yes," both boys answer simultaneously. Jack's throat tightens. He'd ended things when he got the promotion to VP of Development. Rachel had tried to call him a few times after, but he'd been too focused on his career to call back. Too busy building his empire. "Mr. Anderson?" Sarah knocks on his door. "Your 11 a.m. is here." "Cancel everything," Jack says, his voice rough. Cancel the whole day." "But sir, the merger talks I said cancel everything." The force in his voice surprises even him. Sarah backs away without another word. Jack pulls up his browser, typing with unsteady fingers. Rachel Carter, artist, Brooklyn. The first link makes his heart stop. Local artist Rachel Carter, 35, passes away after battle with cancer. The article is dated 6 days ago. His office phone lights up. The board wants answers about the canceled meetings. His mobile buzzes with texts from the legal team. Jack ignores them all, staring at Rachel's photo on the obituary page. She has the same warm smile he remembers, the one he'd been too ambitious to appreciate. "Lucas? Alex? Are you still there?" "Yes," Lucas answers softly. "The letter your mom left. What else did it say?" There's a rustling of paper. Alex's voice comes through. "She said you probably don't know about us. That she tried to tell you but you were really busy becoming successful. She wasn't mad though. She just wanted us to know who our dad is in case we ever needed you." Jack's eyes burn. The city skyline blurs through his windows. Can I meet you? Both of you?" A muffled conversation on the other end. Then Lucas again. "Aunt Emma says you can come over tomorrow. If you want to." "Tomorrow?" Jack repeats. He glances at his calendar, board meetings, investor calls, a charity lunch. All the important things that suddenly don't feel important at all. Yes, I'll be there tomorrow." After hanging up, Jack sits in silence, watching his phone screen fade to black. His reflection stares back at him, successful CEO, ruthless businessman, self-made millionaire. And now, apparently, father to two 9-year-old boys who've just lost their mother. He opens his desk drawer and pulls out an old leather journal. Inside, pressed between the pages, is a coffee shop receipt from 9 years ago. He'd kept it without knowing why. Now, as the evening sun casts long shadows across his office floor, Jack Anderson finally understands. Some things matter more than success. Some things can't be measured in stock prices and profit margins. Tomorrow he'll meet his sons. For the first time in years, Jack Anderson is nervous about his appearance. Standing in his walk-in closet, he discards his fourth designer suit. Too formal. He finally settles on dark jeans and a simple blue button-down shirt. The kind of thing a normal dad might wear. The drive to Brooklyn feels endless. His Tesla looks out of place on these quiet residential streets. Jack checks the address again, a modest brownstone with flower boxes in the windows. His heart pounds as he walks up the steps. Before he can knock, the door opens. A woman in her early 40s stands there, her expression guarded. Jack Anderson? Yes. You must be Emma. Rachel's sister, she confirms, studying his face. The boys are in the living room. They're nervous too, you know. Jack steps inside, following Emma through a hallway lined with photos. He stops short at one. Rachel, smiling broadly, her arms around two identical boys about age 7. His sons. The word still feels foreign in his mind. The living room is cozy, nothing like his minimalist penthouse. Two dark-haired boys sit on the couch, wearing matching blue t-shirts. They look up simultaneously and Jack's breath catches. They have his eyes. Hi, Jack manages, his usual confident voice barely a whisper. The boy on the left, Lucas, Jack remembers, speaks first. You're really tall. A startled laugh escapes Jack's throat. Yeah, I guess I am. Alex, the more outspoken twin, leans forward. Do you really own a whole building? Part of one, Jack says, settling into an armchair. But that's not important right now. I want to hear about you guys. Both of you. The twins exchange glances. Then the stories start tumbling out. They're in 4th grade. Lucas loves science and building things. Alex plays soccer and wants to be an artist like their mom. They finish each other's sentences, their initial nervousness giving way to excitement. Emma brings lemonade, hovering protectively nearby. Jack notices the worn furniture, the carefully mended curtains. Rachel's medical bills must have taken everything. Mom used to tell us stories about you, Lucas says quietly. She said you were really smart and worked really hard. She never said anything bad, Alex adds quickly. Even when she was really sick. She just said you had big dreams. Jack's vision blurs. Your mom? She was the kindest person I ever knew. I was too focused on success to see what really mattered. Do you have any pictures of when you knew Mom? Lucas asks. Jack pulls out his phone then stops. Instead, he reaches for his wallet and removes a faded photo he's carried for 9 years without knowing why. Rachel at the coffee shop, paint on her cheek, laughing at something he'd said. The boys crowd around to see. Their shoulders brush against his arms and something shifts in Jack's chest. A wall he'd built years ago begins to crumble. Would you? Jack clears his throat. Would you like to get ice cream? I saw a shop down the street. Two identical grins light up their faces. As they head out, Emma catches Jack's arm. They've lost so much already, she warns softly. Don't come into their lives unless you plan to stay. Jack watches his sons race down the front steps, already arguing about ice cream flavors. I'm not going anywhere, he says. And for the first time in his life, profit margins are the furthest thing from his mind. If you're enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any of the amazing stories we have coming up. Your support really helps the channel grow and keeps us bringing you more of what you love. Thank you. The small ice cream shop is a world away from Jack's usual 5-star restaurants. Lucas and Alex press their faces against the glass display case, debating flavors with intense seriousness. Can we get 3 scoops? Alex asks, testing boundaries. Jack glances at the door where Emma stands watching. How many does your aunt usually allow? 1, both boys answer, shoulders slumping. Then 1 it is, Jack says, surprising himself. But you can get any topping you want. Lucas chooses mint chocolate chip with rainbow sprinkles. Alex gets Rocky Road with gummy bears. Jack stares at the menu, realizing he hasn't had ice cream in years. Try the vanilla bean, Lucas suggests. Mom always said simple things can be the best things. Jack's chest tightens. He orders vanilla bean. They sit at a small table outside, the spring sunshine warm on their faces. Jack watches in amazement as his sons devour their ice cream, getting it everywhere despite their careful efforts. "You've got a little?" Jack gestures to his own nose and both boys laugh, wiping their faces with napkins. His phone buzzes. Sarah's name flashes on the screen. Another buzz, the board wants an emergency meeting. A third, legal documents needing immediate review. Jack silences his phone. "Do you really have a helicopter?" Alex asks, licking his spoon. "I do," Jack nods. "But it's just for business." Lucas's eyes light up. "Could we see it sometime?" Before Jack can answer, a soccer ball rolls near their table. Alex jumps up to catch it, tossing it back to some kids playing in a nearby park. "We have a game on Saturday," Alex says carefully. "If you're not too busy." Jack thinks about his Saturday schedule: merger negotiations, 3 conference calls, dinner with investors. "What time?" 10 in the morning, Lucas answers. "I don't play, but I help keep score. Mom never missed a game." The words hang in the air. Jack looks at his sons, really looks at them. Alex with ice cream on his shirt, Lucas meticulously cleaning his hands. Both watching him with Rachel's hopeful expression. "I'll be there," Jack says. He pulls out his phone, opens his calendar, and for the first time in his career, deletes a major business meeting without rescheduling it. A small cheer erupts from the park. Jack turns to see the kids celebrating a goal. Alex explains the game's rules with passionate detail, while Lucas adds statistical analysis of his brother's scoring record. Jack's phone keeps buzzing in his pocket, but the sound seems distant now. Here, on a simple metal chair outside a neighborhood ice cream shop, watching his sons animatedly discuss soccer and science, the mighty CEO of Anderson Technologies is learning what his ex-girlfriend tried to tell him 9 years ago. Sometimes the best things in life can't be bought, sold, or measured in a quarterly report. "Dad," Lucas says, then immediately looks scared, like he's crossed a line. The word hits Jack like a physical force. He swallows hard. "Yes." "Is it okay if I called you that?" Jack nods, not trusting his voice. Both boys beam at him, their faces mirrors of each other, mirrors of himself at that age before ambition and pride took over. "Yes," he finally manages. "You can both call me Dad. If you want to." His phone buzzes again. This time Jack turns it off completely. Jack steps off the elevator into chaos. Sarah rushes toward him, tablet in hand, looking frazzled. "Where have you been?" "The board's been calling for hours. The merger team is threatening to walk, and legal needs your signature on dash." "Sarah," Jack interrupts, "I need you to clear my schedule for Saturday morning." She blinks. "Saturday? But the merger negotiations dash. My son has a soccer game at 10. "You're what?" Jack walks into his office, Sarah trailing behind him. "I have 2 sons. 9-year-old twins. I just found out yesterday." He turns to face her. Everything's about to change around here. The afternoon becomes a blur of damage control. Jack sits through video calls with angry board members, his mind wandering to Lucas's careful explanation of soccer statistics. "This merger is time-sensitive," Mike Turner's voice crackles through the speaker. "We can't afford any delays." "The company operated for years before me," Jack replies, surprising everyone including himself. "It can survive a few schedule changes." After the calls, he opens his laptop and types, "How to be a good father to twins." The search results overwhelm him. His eyes drift to a framed magazine cover on his wall. Jack Anderson, tech's youngest billionaire CEO. The photo shows him looking confident, untouchable. Now that same man is Googling parenting advice. A new email pops up. Aunt Emma has sent him the twins' school records, medical history, and a list of their allergies. Lucas is allergic to peanuts. Alex has asthma. How had he not asked about these things at the ice cream shop? "Sarah," he calls out. "Find me the best family lawyer in New York. And, research good school districts near the office." Her eyes widen, but she just nods. Jack loosens his tie and walks to the windows. 9 floors below, a father is walking with 2 children, holding their hands as they cross the street. Such a simple thing, but Jack feels a stab of envy. His office phone rings, the merger team's final warning. But as he reaches for it, his cell phone lights up with a text from Emma. "Boys wanted to share something with you." Below is a photo of 2 identical drawings. On each paper, 3 stick figures, 2 small, 1 tall, labeled me, my brother, and Dad. Jack's hand freezes above the office phone. He looks around his pristine office, the awards, the headlines, the stock tickers scrolling endlessly across his monitors. Success had been his religion for so long. Now it feels hollow. He picks up the office phone. Get me the merger team. Pause. I want to renegotiate the timeline. My terms this time. Sarah appears in the doorway with a stack of documents. Sir? Legal sent up the preliminary custody papers for review. Put them on my desk, Jack says, still staring at the stick figure drawings. And Sarah? Order 2 desks. Small ones. For the corner by the window. Desks. For my sons. They might need a place to do homework while I'm working late. He turns to her. And find out what kind of art supplies 9-year-olds use. Alex likes to draw. Sarah's expression softens. Of course, Mr. Anderson. Alone again, Jack saves the twins' drawing to his phone. 9 years of memories he'd missed, of birthdays and first days of school, of skinned knees and bedtime stories. He can't get those back. But he can make sure he doesn't miss another moment. His computer chimes with another urgent email. Jack ignores it, instead opening a new tab, Best Beginner's Guide to Soccer Rules. Saturday morning finds Jack pacing his penthouse, phone pressed to his ear. The meeting can't be moved? The investors flew in from Tokyo specifically for this, Sarah says. They're only here for 4 hours. Jack glances at his watch, 9:15 a.m. The soccer game starts at 10. The meeting at 10:30. His mind races through scenarios. Maybe he could catch the end of the game or stop by briefly before the meeting. Mr. Turner is asking if you're on your way to the office, Sarah adds. They want to start early. Jack walks to his bedroom window. He'd laid out his best suit last night, but next to it now sits a newly purchased soccer dad chair and a blue baseball cap with Alex's dad embroidered on it. His phone buzzes with a text from Lucas. Alex is really excited you're coming. He's wearing his lucky socks. Jack stares at the message for a long moment. Then, Sarah, move everything from my office computer to my laptop. All the merger documents too. Sir? I'm going to my son's soccer game. Jack grabs the chair and cap. The Tokyo investors can either wait, or they can watch me sign the papers from the sidelines. The small community soccer field is packed with parents when Jack arrives. He spots Emma and Lucas in the stands and makes his way over, carrying his chair and laptop bag. You came, Lucas says, his face lighting up. Of course I came. Jack sets up his chair. I promised. Emma eyes his laptop. Work emergency? Nothing that can't wait. Jack stands and waves as Alex runs over during warm-ups. His son's entire face glows at the sight of the Alex's dad cap. The game begins. Jack finds himself leaning forward, laptop forgotten at his feet, as Alex runs up and down the field. His phone buzzes constantly, but he doesn't check it. Not when Alex narrowly misses a goal. Not when the other team scores. Not even when Sarah texts that the Tokyo investors are getting impatient. Come on, Alex. Jack shouts, surprising himself with his volume. Lucas grins beside him, rattling off his brother's previous game statistics. In the final minutes, Alex gets the ball. Jack stands, heart pounding, as his son dribbles past 2 defenders. The shot is perfect, the ball sails past the goalkeeper. Jack erupts and cheers with the other parents. Alex turns, searching the crowd until he finds Jack's face. The smile they share is worth more than any merger. After the game, Alex runs over, still bouncing with energy. Did you see my goal? Are you kidding? It was amazing. Jack pulls both boys into a hug, not caring about the grass stains on his expensive pants. Who wants pizza to celebrate? His laptop chimes. The Tokyo investors have sent their final warning. Actually, Jack says, opening his computer on a nearby picnic table, how about you guys help me with something first? I need to sign some very important papers, and I could use 2 vice presidents to oversee the deal. The twins crowd around him, fascinated by the documents on screen. Jack connects to the video call, where angry executives freeze at the sight of him in a baseball cap with 2 small boys. Gentlemen, Jack says calmly, meet my sons. They've just helped me realize what my time is really worth. So here's my final offer, take it or leave it. He signs the merger papers right there on the soccer field, Lucas and Alex solemnly witnessing each signature. The deal is smaller than originally planned, but for the first time in his career, Jack doesn't care about maximizing profits. Pizza time? Alex asks as Jack closes the laptop. Pizza time, Jack confirms. But first, where did you learn that goal-scoring move? Think you could teach me? As Alex demonstrates his footwork, with Lucas providing statistical analysis of success rates, Jack's phone buzzes one last time. It's Sarah. Tokyo investors accepted the new terms. Board meeting Monday to discuss your new work schedule? Jack texts back a quick reply, schedule it for after school hours. I've got soccer practice at 3. If you're enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any of the amazing stories we have coming up. Your support really helps the channel grow and keeps us bringing you more of what you love. Thank you. Monday morning's board meeting feels different. Jack sits at the head of the table in a casual button-down shirt. He'd had breakfast with the boys, and Lucas had spilled orange juice on his suit jacket. The numbers from the Tokyo merger are concerning, Mike Turner says, sliding reports across the table. We left millions on the table. We did, Jack agrees, surprising them. And we'll make it up in the long run. But right now, I need to discuss some changes. He pulls up a presentation Sarah helped him prepare. I'm restructuring my schedule. No more weekend meetings unless absolutely crucial. No calls between 3 and 7 p.m., that's family time. And I'm moving our offices to a new location. The board erupts in protests. Jack holds up his hand. The new building is near Brooklyn Heights. Closer to my son's school. He pauses. And I'm converting the entire 3rd floor into a daycare center for all employees with children. Mike's face reddens. This isn't a family planning center, it's a tech company. It's both now, Jack says firmly. I've missed 9 years of my kids' lives. I won't miss any more. And neither should any parent working for us. After the meeting, Jack drives to Brooklyn Heights. The realtor meets him outside of Brownstone just 10 minutes from the boys' school. It needs some work, she warns. Perfect, Jack says, thinking of Lucas's love for building things. My son can help design his own room. Inside, he takes pictures of every room, imagining the possibilities. The small backyard could fit a soccer goal. The basement could become a science lab for Lucas. The spare room upstairs, his throat tightens, could be a studio, filled with Alex's art like Rachel's had been. His phone rings. Emma. The boys have a parent-teacher conference next week, she says. I can handle it if you're busy. No, Jack replies immediately. Text me the details. I'll be there. He walks through the kitchen, sending the photos to Sarah. Start the paperwork. And find contractors who can work fast. That evening, Jack visits the twins at Emma's house. They sit at the kitchen table doing homework. He pulls out his phone. Want to see something? The boys crowd around as he shows them pictures of the brownstone. Their eyes widen at each photo. Would you like a house like this? Jack asks carefully. Near your school? There's room for both of you to have your own space, but still close enough to annoy each other. Alex bounces in his seat. Can I paint my room? Any color you want. Lucas looks thoughtful. Can we build a telescope setup on the roof? We'll need permits, but yes. Emma watches from the doorway as the twins excitedly plan their rooms. Jack catches her eye, she's crying. Rachel would be happy, she says softly. This is all she ever wanted for them. Jack helps the boys with their homework, learning that Lucas struggles with English but excels in math, while Alex is the opposite. When he stands to leave, they hug him fiercely. Back in his car, Jack calls Sarah. Cancel my dinner with the investors tonight. And find me a good contractor for a rooftop telescope installation. Already done, Sarah says. And your realtor called? The offer on the house was accepted. Jack looks back at Emma's house, where the twins wave from the window. One more thing. Get me everything you can find about Rachel's art. Her paintings, her sketches, anything that's been sold. I want the boys to have their mother's work in their new home. He waves back to his sons, knowing that tomorrow he'll have to face more angry board members, more merger complications, more business challenges. But for the first time in his life, he's not worried about tomorrow. He's exactly where he needs to be today. Jack adjusts his tie in his car mirror outside the boys' school. The parent-teacher conference starts in 10 minutes, but his phone won't stop ringing. A major security breach has hit one of their biggest clients. Sir, the FBI is involved now, Sarah's voice comes through the speaker. They need you at the emergency briefing. How long can you stall them? Maybe an hour. But Jack, this is serious. We could lose government contracts over this. Jack checks his watch. I'll call them right after the conference. Have the tech team start damage control. Inside the school, children's artwork lines the hallways. Jack stops at a bright painting signed Alex C. A family of 3 stick figures, this time with more detail. The tall figure is wearing a tie. Mrs. Reynolds, the twins' teacher, looks surprised when Jack walks in. Mr. Anderson? We were expecting Miss Carter. I'm the boy's father, Jack says, the words feeling more natural now. I'd like to be involved in their education. She recovers quickly, pulling out 2 folders. Well, let's start with Lucas. His science project on renewable energy was exceptional. College-level work, honestly. But she hesitates. He's struggling with group activities. He prefers to work alone. Jack's phone buzzes. The FBI's number. He silences it. And Alex's art is remarkable, Mrs. Reynolds continues. He channels his emotions so beautifully, especially since his mother. But his math grades need attention. They've been helping each other, Jack says. Lucas tutors Alex in math, and Alex helps Lucas make his science presentations more creative. Mrs. Reynolds smiles. Yes, they're quite the team. Though recently, she pulls out 2 drawings. Their art therapy sessions show some anxiety about changes in their life. The drawings show their current home split in half with a new house on the other side. Jack's chest tightens. His phone lights up again. Sarah's text, FBI demanding to speak with you now. Mr. Anderson? Mrs. Reynolds looks concerned. Is everything all right? Jack takes a deep breath. The boys, are they happy? Overall? Her expression softens. They talk about you constantly. Alex showed everyone his dad baseball cap yesterday. And Lucas has been explaining to the class how his father is building him a rooftop observatory. Jack's phone buzzes continuously now. The world's about to crash down at the office, but here in this classroom looking at his son's artwork, different numbers fill his head. Lucas's perfect science scores. Alex's struggling math grades. The hours of bedtime stories he's missed. I'd like to volunteer, he says suddenly, for the school science fair next month. And maybe I could talk to the art teacher about displaying some of their mother's work in the school gallery? Mrs. Reynolds beams. That would be wonderful. The boys would be so proud. Walking back to his car, Jack finally answers his phone. Get everyone in the conference room, he tells Sarah, and find out if the school science fair allows corporate sponsorship. I have an idea. The FBI can wait 10 more minutes. He has 2 very important calls to make first. Hey Lucas? Yeah, I just talked to Mrs. Reynolds. How about we work on that group project together tonight? I have some team-building ideas from work that might help. After hanging up, he dials again. Alex? Want to get some ice cream after school? We can practice those multiplication tables. I'll show you some tricks I learned in business school, and maybe you can teach me how to draw something better than stick figures. The security guard does a double take as Jack leads Lucas and Alex through the lobby of Anderson Technologies. The twins stare wide-eyed at everything, their backpacks looking tiny against the massive marble walls. Your building is like a spaceship, Lucas whispers, counting the floors as the elevator rises. Wait till you see your desks, Jack says, trying to hide his nervousness. The FBI meeting starts in an hour, but he'd promised the boys they could do homework in his office today. The elevator opens directly into the executive floor. Sarah stands ready with security badges for the twins. She'd added their school photos and labeled them junior executives. Cool. Alex exclaims, immediately putting his on. The conference room is ready, Sarah murmurs to Jack. FBI, Homeland Security, and the tech team are waiting. Give me 5 minutes to get the boys settled. Jack leads them to his office where 2 small desks now sit by the window, exactly as he'd asked. One has a built-in tablet for Lucas's science research. The other has an art tablet for Alex's drawings. This is where you work? Lucas asks, examining Jack's wall of awards. This is where we work now, Jack corrects him. On Tuesdays and Thursdays after school if you want. Both boys run to their desks, already unpacking their bags. Jack's heart swells at how perfectly they fit into the space he'd kept so private for so long. I have a very important meeting, Jack says. But I'll be right through those glass doors if you need me. Sarah will be right outside. Is it about the security breach? Lucas asks casually. Jack freezes. How did you? I read about it online. The encryption protocol failed, right? I have some ideas about that. Before Jack can respond, his phone buzzes. The FBI is getting impatient. Tell you what, Jack says, do your homework first. Then maybe you can help me solve this problem. In the conference room, federal agents and tech experts argue about the breach. Jack keeps one eye on his office, watching his sons through the glass. Alex is drawing something while Lucas works on math. Mr. Anderson, are you listening? An FBI agent demands. This breach could compromise national security. I'm listening, Jack says. But I'm also watching my sons do their homework. And somehow that's helping me think clearer than I have in years. He stands up, loosening his tie. Our security failed because we overcomplicated it. We were so focused on impressing everyone with complex solutions that we missed the simple answer. Lucas, he calls through the door. Can you come here for a minute? Lucas enters shyly. Jack puts a hand on his shoulder. Tell these people your idea about encryption. The one you were researching for your science project. Lucas explains his theory, a brilliantly simple solution that makes everyone in the room go quiet. The FBI agents exchange glances. The tech team starts taking notes. Out of the mouths of babes, the lead agent mutters. No, Jack says proudly. Out of the mouth of my son. Later, after the crisis is resolved and Lucas's solution is being implemented, Jack works at his desk while the twins finish their homework. Alex shows him a drawing of the office, but he's added trees and flowers all around the building. The walls are too gray, Alex explains. Mom always said every space needs some life in it. Jack looks around his once pristine office, now brightened by children's backpacks and colored pencils and half-eaten snacks. Your mom was right as usual. Dad. Lucas calls from his desk. Can I help program the new security update tomorrow? Only if you finish your English homework first. And can I redesign your company logo? Alex adds. I have some ideas. Jack laughs, a real laugh that echoes through the office. Several employees outside turn in surprise. They've never heard that sound before. Tell you what, Jack says. Why don't we all go get dinner first? I know a place that serves the best spaghetti and meatballs in New York. And you can tell me all your ideas for improving my company. As they pack up to leave, Jack catches his reflection in the window. He's still wearing his expensive suit, still the CEO of a major corporation. But now there's a purple marker streak on his sleeve, a homework assignment tucked in his pocket, and two bright-eyed boys calling him Dad. Looking at their reflection together in the glass, Jack realizes he's finally building something worth more than all his billions, a family. Moving day arrives on a sunny Saturday morning. Jack stands in the empty brownstone, surrounded by boxes and potential. The contractors finished just yesterday, including Lucas's special rooftop observatory and Alex's art studio with perfect natural lighting. Where do you want these? The movers ask, carrying in framed paintings. The living room for now, Jack says. He'd spent weeks tracking down Rachel's artwork from galleries and private collectors. Some had cost a fortune, but seeing Alex's face when he recognized his mother's style would be worth every penny. Emma pulls up with the twins, who burst through the door like hurricanes of excitement. Can we see our rooms? They shout in unison. After you help unpack the kitchen, Jack says, surprising himself with how dad-like he sounds. The board meeting from yesterday still weighs on his mind. Mike Turner's words echo, "You're turning this company into a family circus." The shareholders are concerned. But watching his sons carefully unpack dishes, arguing about the proper organization of silverware, Jack knows he made the right choice. The company's profits might have dipped slightly, but its employee satisfaction scores are at an all-time high. Dad. Lucas calls from the kitchen. Where should we put Mom's cookie jar? Jack freezes. Emma explains softly, Rachel always kept their art supplies in it. On the counter, Jack decides. Where everyone can reach it. Alex runs up with a box labeled, important stuff. Inside are crayon drawings, science fair ribbons, and photos of the boys with Rachel. Can we put these up too? Of course. Jack's voice catches. This is your home now. All of it, including the memories. The day unfolds in a blur of activity. Lucas sets up his science equipment with the precision of a surgeon. Alex transforms his studio walls with splashes of color. Jack moves between them, helping hang telescopes and easels, learning the story behind every drawing and experiment. Late afternoon, Emma prepares to leave. You sure you're ready for this? Having them full-time. Jack looks around. His Italian leather couch is now covered with a blanket fort. His pristine kitchen has fingerprints on every surface. His once quiet home is filled with laughter and bickering and life. I've never been more ready for anything. After Emma leaves, the boys drag Jack up to the roof. The telescope is perfectly positioned, and Alex has already set up an easel to draw the skyline. Mom would love this, Lucas says quietly. She'd love all of it, Alex adds. Jack pulls them close. She made sure I found you. She knew exactly what all of us needed. His phone buzzes, another angry email from shareholders. Jack silences it without looking. Instead, he helps Lucas align the telescope while Alex sketches them, all three of their heads bent together under the evening sky. Who wants pizza? Jack asks finally. Can we eat it in the blanket fort? Only if we can watch a science documentary. No, an art film. Jack grins. Why not both? We've got time. Looking at his sons racing downstairs, Jack realizes that's the biggest change in his life. Time used to be something he traded on the stock market, squeezed for profits, scheduled down to the minute. Now time means blanket fort dinners, telescope adjustments, and artwork explanations. It means being not just successful but truly rich in all the ways that matter. Their first night in the new house brings a thunderstorm. Jack wakes to the sound of his bedroom door creaking open. Two identical shadows hover in the doorway. We can't sleep, Lucas admits. Our rooms feel different, Alex finishes. Jack sits up. In his old life, he'd have a crucial presentation tomorrow. Sleep would be essential. But his old life didn't have two 9-year-old boys looking at him with their mother's eyes. Hot chocolate, he offers. In the kitchen, lightning illuminates Rachel's paintings on the walls. Jack heats milk while the twins sit at the counter, both wearing pajamas Emma had packed, rocket ships for Lucas, paint splatters for Alex. Mom used to make hot chocolate on storm nights, Alex says softly. With mini marshmallows, Lucas adds. And she'd tell us stories about when she was young. Jack opens a cabinet, pulling out a bag of marshmallows he'd specifically bought for moments like this. I knew your mom when she was young, he says. Want to hear about how we met? The boys lean forward eagerly as Jack drops marshmallows into their mugs. It was at this tiny coffee shop in Brooklyn. I was buried in spreadsheets, hadn't looked up in hours. Then suddenly, this laugh, the kind that makes you have to look up. That was your mom. Thunder crashes outside. The twins scoot their chairs closer. She was painting the sunset through the coffee shop window. I told her she was wasting her time. The sun would set in 20 minutes. She said that's what made it beautiful. Things don't have to last forever to matter. Jack's voice catches. Alex reaches for his hand. She tried to teach me that. About stopping to watch sunsets. About what really matters. I was too focused on success to listen. But she made sure I got a second chance, through you too. Lucas, always the practical one, asks, do you think she knew that we'd find you? Your mom was the smartest person I ever met, Jack says. She knew exactly what she was doing. Giving us all what we needed even after. He swallows hard. Another thunder crash. But this time the boys don't flinch. They're too busy watching Jack pull something from a kitchen drawer, an old envelope. Found this when I was packing my office, he says. It's from your mom, sent right after we broke up. I never opened it. The twins lean in as Jack carefully opens the 9-year-old envelope. Inside is a sketch, Jack at the coffee shop, bent over his spreadsheets. But in the drawing he's smiling, looking up at something. At someone. Below, Rachel's handwriting. Some numbers can't be calculated. Some profits can't be measured. When you're ready to understand that, come find me. I was too late, Jack whispers. No, Alex says firmly. You're right on time. Lucas nods. Mom always said timing is everything in science. And in life. Jack pulls his sons close, breathing in the scent of hot chocolate and childhood. Outside, the storm begins to fade, but they stay there in the kitchen, sharing stories about Rachel until the sun rises. As the boys finally doze off on the couch, Jack carefully covers them with a blanket. His phone lights up, an early morning email from the board about an emergency vote to address the company's changing direction. Jack looks at his sleeping sons, at Rachel's artwork watching over them, at the hot chocolate mugs in the sink. Then he starts typing an email of his own. Gentlemen, it's time we had an honest discussion about what success really means. 1 month later, Jack stands at the podium of Anderson Technologies' annual shareholder meeting. The twins sit in the front row, wearing matching suits but different ties. Lucas in navy with mathematical formulas, Alex in creative swirls of color. When I founded this company, Jack begins, I thought success meant bigger profits, higher stock prices, more power. I spent 9 years chasing those numbers, missing what really mattered. He clicks to the next slide, a photo of the new company daycare center filled with children. Our profits dipped 8% when we restructured for family-friendly policies. But employee retention is up 40%. Creativity and innovation have doubled. Turns out, people work better when they can watch their kids grow up. Mike Turner stands up. The shareholders didn't agree to this transformation. Actually, Jack smiles, they did. He nods to Sarah, who brings out a stack of papers. My sons helped me see something I'd missed. The majority of our shareholders are parents too. When I called them personally, explained our new vision, 90% supported it. Sometimes you have to look at numbers through a different lens. He gestures to Lucas. My son taught me that. Just like his mother once tried to teach me. Alex raises his hand. Dad, show them the new logo. The screen changes to reveal Anderson Technologies' new design, professional but with subtle artistic elements, combining Lucas's love of geometry with Alex's creative flair. This company isn't just about technology anymore, Jack continues. It's about people, family, balance, the things that make life rich beyond measure. After the meeting, as employees gather to congratulate them, Lucas tugs Jack's sleeve. Dad, can we get ice cream? Like Mom used to get? Alex adds. Jack checks his watch, force of habit. Then he grins. You know what? Ice cream sounds perfect. They walk to the same small shop where Jack first bought them ice cream. The owner recognizes them now, has their favorites ready. You know, Jack says, watching his sons attack their cones, your mom left me 2 gifts. Her letter teaching me what real success means. And you too teaching me how to live it. Lucas, ice cream on his nose, asks, Are you happy you found us? No, Jack says, then smiles at their startled faces. I'm happy you found me. That evening the 3 of them sit on their rooftop. Lucas adjusts his telescope to catch the first stars. Alex sketches the sunset just like Rachel used to do. And Jack, the billionaire CEO who once counted every minute as money, simply watches his sons, knowing he's finally the richest man in the world. Because sometimes the biggest success stories aren't about what you gain, but about what you almost lost, and what love gives you a second chance to find. Thank you all for watching this story. If it touched your heart, please hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to leave a comment below telling us about a moment when you realized what truly matters in life. And if you'd like to support more stories like this, you can use the super thanks button below. Every contribution helps us create more content that reminds us all of life's most precious gifts. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to join our family of storytellers and never miss an upload. Remember, true wealth isn't in your wallet, it's in your heart.